Alright, now these bottles have been pre-washed in what's called soda ash. What that does is that cleanses the bottle, gets any residue that might be in the bottle from the last one, because we use used bottles. Once that's done, then we put it in here. And this is a mixture of potassium metabisulfate, and that will sanitize the bottles. And we do this just before we're going to fill the bottle with wine. So you can see how it went up into the bottle. We'll do another one. See that? How it goes up in there? Then we let it drain a little bit.
Now I'm going to give it a try. Right. I think your English muffins are done.
Yes, well, we'll get to them in a bit.
Alright. I'm going to put it on the bottom. Take another one out. It's a brownish colored bottle. I gotta be a little more careful.
Right.
Okay, alright.
Okay, right now we got some out of there just to taste. There's no sense of bottling if the stuff tastes bad. And I shake it with my hand on it so I can smell the bouquet better. It bursts into here and it has a nice bouquet, so that's very encouraging. It smells good, and I'll give it a taste. It's interesting. Nice full-bodied wine, full bite to it, but not bad. I'd say this is going to be a really good bottle. Nice color too. See, nice and dark. Would you like to taste? How was that? Good, right? I thought so. It's good?
Yes.
All right, good. That's good that you like it.
This one is good.
Because we'll probably be drinking a hell of a lot of it.
Hey. Oh, I'm the quality control officer.
That sounds good. Okay, so what we do first is we put the hose down as close to the bottom as possible. And as the level of the wine rises, I pick the hose up. And the reason for that is it's less oxidation to the wine. In professional or industrial kinds of things, they have a way of getting all the air out of the bottle, and then they fill from the top. We don't have that kind of equipment. We just don't make enough wine to make that cost effective. So as you see, it's coming up towards the top. And I'm just letting it flow out. And once it gets close to the neck, I'm going to start to pick up this hose so I can control it a little better. Okay, once it gets to the neck, I stop it. Now this thing here is a measurement of the cork plus the space necessary to allow the wine to expand during warmer months. So if you don't do that, it blows the cork out when it gets hot. And that's especially important for those people that don't have wine refrigerators. Okay, nice and easy. I lift it out of there and put it into here, and we start the process all over again. I get that out of the way, and I always like to keep a couple of bottles handy, at least two.
Okay, so I'm going to give it a shot now.
Okay, remember you got your measuring device over there. That's good. Go ahead.
Thanks, Dad. Alright. Alright, I think that's good.
Okay.
Alright. Take this one and then I will put this one in there. All the way at the bottom. Okay. Voila! My first bottle.
Okay, now we've already bottled and corked 25. Those have been brought downstairs into the basement where they'll stand up like this for about a week or two so that the pressure inside the bottle equalizes the pressure outside the bottle and they don't leak. We'll cork these and these will go downstairs also. And this is the end of the Cab Franc. There's about 150 bottles of that. And this is Merlot. I've already bottled 50 bottles of Merlot, and this will make another 25 bottles. There's a lot of Merlot. Okay, so that's potassium metabisulfate, and that's the sanitizer. And what I'm doing right now is this is where we're going to put all the corks. And after I wash it, I put the sanitizer in to make sure there's no biological whatever that could affect the wine. And then we'll put in 26 corks. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's how many corks we need to fill up the 26 bottles. The cork 26 bottles it is. Then we'll have some warm, not hot water. And we'll fill them up. And some people put the metabisulfate right in this. That's no good because it dries out the corks prematurely. Once that comes to the top, I put my little top on. Like this. Push out any excess water so it will seal. Okay, there we go. And then put something heavy on top, and this just happens to be there. And that goes on. I'll just keep them in there, and we'll leave them in there for approximately 10 to 15 minutes. Now, let's talk about the corks a bit. These are composite corks. If you can see, the inside of these corks are made all of real cork, but they're composite cork, little pieces of cork, which have been cleaned so they don't run into a problem of adversely affecting the wine. Then there are two cylinders cut. So you see they're solid, and that's what goes against the wine. Now what you do is after you soak your corks, you pick out the ones with the best tops, and this is what's going to face the wine as opposed to this, which you see has got a lot more holes. So we'll start with that. See how nice this one looks? And here's one that's just as good or a little better. So I'll start to line them up one at a time and pick out my best sides. What this can remind you of, by the way, is the shutter of a camera. So, what it does is it takes the softened cork and squeezes it to a diameter that allows it to slide in the bottle. And we push it down and leave a little space. And then when we pull it off, it's in there. And this piece is adjustable to make the cork go in deeper or not as deep.